start to a series for you guys this time.
Yeah, I mean, wind ball in that first inning, we should have been out of that, but wind was howling, and they got a couple runs after that, and then they returned the favor. They dropped the ball in foul territory with wind blowing, and we get 3 runs after that. So, it's just, we just kept grinding. Their pitcher was throwing very well, and we just couldn't square them up and found a way to get to him.
Can you kind of take us through with Evans starting and then kind of what Waldron gave you tonight out of the bullpen that was probably wanted?
Yeah, Reese was, looking at 50 pitches or so, and that first inning was just, took forever after that, and we thought just that was enough for him. I thought Reese really threw the ball well, though. I liked how it came out of his hand, and then Mike was huge for us to, give us that length there in the middle of the game, and outside of that one changeup that he left up, he pitched really well. So that was big, and for Paul to came in and do the same thing, and Jake, but Mike was a big piece of that right in the middle.
What's it been for Mike that's allowed him to kind of come on as a pitcher lately?
Yeah, he's still growing. I mean, he's still, if we could figure out how to get him to execute 2-strike pitches and not leave him up. I mean, he's got to 2 strikes super quick. And just had a tough time, stretching a slider down or just, being out of the zone. He's throwing too many strikes, but he can command his pitches, and he doesn't really give many free passes, and his velocity is not always there. But when you can mix like he does and he competes, you have a chance, and I think he's got more in there.
With Edens, is that something you see him starting down the line also, or I guess what prompted?
Evan, right now we're just trying to fill the innings. We went with our most experienced guy. I know he hasn't started, but I mean, just trying to get off to a good start with a guy that's been out there. And like I said, I thought the ball came out of his hand really well, and it's that was good to see.
And that's it. It seems like Jaxon Hallmark, he started off the season pretty strong, kind of went through a little bit of a rough stretch in the middle, but seemed to kind of get his groove back tonight. What'd you see out of him tonight?
Well, he's had quality at bats all season. Like, even though he wasn't getting hits, I mean, in the last 10 games he's hitting under 200, but his on base percentage is still almost 400. So he's still getting on base. His strikeout to walk ratio is almost equal during this time when he's scuffling. That tells me a guy is still having quality at bats, and he's going to get some hits. And I thought he squared up some balls here last series and didn't get any rewarded for it to right field. So just for a young guy, there's going to be growing pains, but he's got a chance.
In that 7th inning, seeing a lot of guys get on base, a lot of singles, just putting hits through the hole. Just was that nice to see?
Yeah, I mean, it's just you get to first and second, nobody out there. It turns into a cat and mouse game with a West Coast team, and Jesse did a nice job of finding the opening in the infield, and Mojo got a huge hit there at the end, but a couple really good battle walks in the middle with bases loaded. So just nice job, just continue to grind, and I mean, that right-hander they brought in, Jaxon, is no joke against right-handed batters. Hallmark got a hit off him, and we got a walk, so that was a big deal.
Carter, as a freshman, just got his second career RBI today. Just what did you see from him out there?
Yeah, I'm just trying to give him some opportunities. He was hurt last year and redshirted, and against a lefty on the mound, you try and get him in there. Just defensively, things go really fast for him. He's put together some good at-bats when he's been in there. Defensively is where it's been a little bit of a challenge to get him up to speed, but I thought he looked decent today and came up with a big hit.
Jesse's at-bats, have they been better in the last 10 games or so than maybe what he's been? I mean, he's been consistent all year, but has he been better?
The last 10 games he's been pretty darn good. He hit a little skid there where he was missing his pitch, and I think he was trying too hard and just started pressing a little bit, but I think he's found his groove back, and when he's relaxed and swinging at strikes, he's pretty tough.
Can you shuffle the lineup that we have the last couple of games? Does that kind of mentally get guys going a little bit, hitting somewhere else, or is that I don't know, what do you see from that?
I'm just trying to get our best guys as many at-bats as possible, and that's it. Mojo, he's struggling against lefties, so I mean, obviously want his defense and his grinder mentality in there, but it's tough to put a guy that's hitting under 100 with 50 at-bats against lefties up there, so might as well just roll our best guys and see what happens.
Moving forward, do you think you're going to keep Scott 1 and Jesse 2?
No, if we face a right-hander, I'll put Mojo up there. I just, but then again, who knows? I'll wake up in the morning, maybe put it back to, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I mean, it seems to work, but again, there's nothing set in stone.
Thanks, Darin.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.